by to Green Gaming Fest. It has been a lot of fun so far, talking to everyone and, raising money for a good cause. I'm just gonna mute something really quick on my side so I'm not hearing myself. It's trying to do multiple things in multiple places. So yeah, we're just going to be seeing Pokemon for a little bit here with Primalpizza, and keep those donations coming. We're already over $1,000, so yeah, let's make it happen. Go ahead, Primal.
Thanks, Zenith. Hello, everyone. I am Primalpizza. Today, I'm going to be running for you a category that means a lot to me. It is Pokemon Red, any percent glitchless, no IT. No IT stands for no instant text. I'll explain that when we get there. But just set my options right there, and I think we are ready to go. So can I give a countdown? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So yeah, this is Pokemon Red, any percent glitchless, no instant text. Very, very kind of small difference from any percent glitchless, but I will explain that when we get there. We're going to be naming our player character and rival character one character names. Text at this game generally prints at one character per frame, and naming your player and rival one character names loses time in the moment, but saves time throughout the run due to how often their names print up throughout the run, as opposed to naming them like a default name. Just picked up a potion right there from the PC. That is a little bit of a safety strat. This first fight in Oak's lab is not likely to kill you at all, but if you do die to it, it takes a lot to recover from, so it's just generally a good play to pick up a potion right there. And now we get to choose our starter Pokemon right here. The clear choice for this game is Squirtle, because of how good it is against Brock. Brock, the first gym leader, is really kind of the main roadblock for the early game, and Squirtle has the easiest time beating it by far, because it learns Bubble at level 8. You might think Bulbasaur would also be good against Brock, but it doesn't get its first directly damaging grass move until level 13 when it gets Vine Whip, which is way too high for us. Now we're going to be entering the first fight right here against Bulbasaur. This fight, major reset point for PB attempts, just because this is the first fight. It's only a couple minutes in, pretty easy to reset over. But Bulbasaur is 50-50 to use Tackle or Growl. And you want to see as many tackles as possible because Growl lowers your attack. Unfortunately, saw Growl right there, so I'm going to Tail Whip again to lower defense more. Ooh, double Growl, that's a bad start. Now just gotta spam Tackle, hope for the best. Ooh, Tackle miss right there is really good. Tackle is 95% accurate. Growl could also fail too. Stat lowering moves have a 25% chance to fail if used by the AI. For some reason. It is an intended mechanic. See right there, Growl failed. Works that way in Gen 2 as well. Unfortunately, getting a lot of Growls right here. But on the plus side, we don't have to use the potion we picked up. I'm gonna quick not check my Squirtle stats. I'm gonna start checking them later now. But yeah, Squirtle stats do matter a little bit. Not too much right now. They definitely matter a little bit later, in particular the special stat, but I'm going to check them on kind of our next level up. It is possible to manipulate a perfect Squirtle with RNG manipulation, however, it's really not worth it to do so, since a perfect Squirtle saves about 20 seconds, and it costs 20 seconds to minute. I am going to elect to KO this wild encounter right here. We do need to reach level 8 before Brock, so we get the move Bubble. And if we just fight all the required battles up to Brock and nothing more, we will be just like a couple experience points shy of level 8. So killing that encounter will put us on track to reach level 8. You can fight Rattata or Pidgey in that grass. Rattatas are better to fight actually, since they, number one, they're less bulky than Pidgeys. Level 3 Pidgey, you can either 3-shot or 4-shot. And Pidgey is guaranteed to damage you, since the only move it knows is Gust. Meanwhile, Rattata knows Tail Whip and Tackle. On the path back down here, I'll just be avoiding as much grass as I can by taking the ledges. That tile of grass right there, that's kind of just like a swag movement thing. It can't generate an encounter if you turn immediately after hopping down a ledge. Every encounter from here is just time loss. Wally. And we're talking to Oak from the left side right here. It's faster to talk to him either from the left or from the top. It saves time over talking to him from the front, because the rival and all NPCs in this game moves really slow. So keeping them on screen for as little as possible, even if you have to walk a little extra, is usually worth it. There's a couple instances of that in the game, where like you move kind of what seems like suboptimally, but saves time just due to having to watch NPCs move less. So now, after we get out of Route 1 again, I'm going to be setting up for the first RNG manipulation of the game. This run will feature a number of RNG manipulations. We'll see how many. Ideally only 3. But kind of the idea behind RNG manipulation is that by hard resetting the console, or emulator in this case, I'm getting destroyed by encounters right here, by the way. This is insane. By hard resetting the console or emulator, you can set the RNG to like a consistent state. And by doing the same inputs at the same time, you can guarantee the same outcome. So let me just take a quick trip to the Pokemart right here and buy some Pokeballs. And to catch 3 Pokemon throughout the run. So I'm going to buy 4 Pokeballs, so I just got 1 extra for safety. And I'm going to be saving right here. For this RNG manipulation, I'm going to go into the grass and RNG manipulate a Nidoran male with nearly perfect stats. As perfect as the game will let me generate. And I'm going to manipulate it to get in the Pokeball on the first try. If I'm a god gamer, I can clear these text boxes perfectly and ideally extend the manip. We'll see if I get that. It's pretty hard. Need to watch this NPC's movement coming up here. I'm pressing A on certain tiles right here to generate some delay. Alright. You can extend this manipulation into a Pidgey. That gets on the ball first try, ideally. Nice. Very good. Whew. And we need this Pidgey to learn the HM Fly. Unfortunately, I missed a text box right there on the Pidgey. If you're really good, you can extend this all throughout the forest to get no encounters and kind of take a faster path. And you can even extend this RNG manip through to the next trainer fight in here in order to get string shot turn 1 from the Weedle. Fun fact about Viridian Forest, some of the tiles can't generate encounters, so we kind of walk through as many of those as possible. Like on this way down here, I can't get any encounters except for the final tile of grass. I'm going left right here. And the encounter rate here is like really just low as well. So it's pretty rare to get encounters in Forest. Now this is Weedle guy right here, another really bad fight. Weedle knows String Shot and Poison Sting. Want to see as many String Shots as possible. Very good. Poison Sting can force you to heal if you get too low enough. Fortunately, it didn't take any damage from my Route 1 encounter. And I'm getting pretty lucky so far. Plus, Poison Sting has a 20% chance to poison. And if you get that pretty early on in the fight, that can just waste so much time. Ooh, crit poison. Well, this was a really good fight. I think it's still pretty good. It just means I'm gonna have to antidote. That's why we pick up the antidote earlier in the forest. My swirl stats right here. Ooh, that is bad special. 15 special is bad special. 14 and 15 is good special. All that means is that Brock's Pokemon are going to be 3 shots for me instead of 2 shots. That can be a bit of a troll on Brock's Onix. But since I have the Pidgey from Extended Manip, it should all be fine. You can be forced into a 50-50 death scenario if you don't have the Pidgey, because Onix has a move called Bide, which can last for 2 or 3 turns at random. Buy one more right here. Buying all of our potions for the rest of the run right here. And I'm going to be heading into Brock. If I didn't get Extended Manip to Pidgey right here, I would actually do a backup Manip exclusively for Pidgey, which is really slow, but if you have bad special, you kind of need to have a Pidgey for Brock. Just so that you're not going to die to Onix. Since that's a really, really costly death if you don't save. I am going to switch train Nidoran right here, just to get enough XP for it to learn Horn Attack at the end of this fight. I gotta heal this, so I'm out of range of being crit. Critical hit rate in this game is based on base speed of the Pokemon. Geodude has really low speed, so it has a very low crit rate. However, you still don't want to risk being crit, just because it's such a costly death. And this is Onix right here. Let's switch back to Nidoran. I have my battle style set on shift right here, so it will ask me if I want to switch Pokemon. Just saves time in this fight. Alright, we got Tackle right there. Good, good. If we had seen Bide right there, we would have been forced into kind of that death scenario. Bide right there is really good, because Onix guaranteed dies to 2 bubbles. Very nice. Good fight. And we learned Horn Attack. That's why we wanted to get Nidoran to level 8 this fight. Horn Attack is by far our most powerful move at this stage. It's like, I think 65 base power, as opposed to Tackle's 35. And Brock is going to give us TM34, which contains Bide, which is one of the worst moves of all time, but you can sell it for money, so it's good, I guess. And quick, change our options real quick. Change our battle style to set. And now I'm going to give the obligatory talk when running this game about badge boosts. Brock said that his badge raises attack, and he's completely right. Whenever we go into battle, from now on, our attack is going to rise by 12.5%, or 1/8. But these badge boosts can actually be reapplied if any of your other stats are changed. So like, if I get String Shot here, String Shot would lower my speed, but also raise my attack by another 12.5% cumulative. Unfortunately, did not get a... Ooh, I got double String Shot right here. Nice pasta, Ekman. Nice, got the 2-shot. Getting the 2-shot on that Caterpie is really good. You can see how that second horn attack just did so much more damage. And that's because I got 2 extra attack badge boosts right there. Unfortunately, all your badge boosts go away when you level up. So I didn't have any for that Weedle, but got String Shot. So I can finish it with Tackle right here. You do want to be saving as much Horn Attack PP as you can on Route 3 right here. Because we would like as many Horn Attacks as possible for Mount Moon. They can really come in handy. Entering Mount Moon with a low Horn Attack count can be quite scary. Wow, okay. Okay, if I didn't crit there, I would have killed the Caterpie. Critical hits also ignore badge boosts. And all stat changes. So, that ignored the Leer and the badge boost I got. It actually just did less damage. Why am I saving? I'm not gonna save. You don't save for this fight. You just heal out of range of being dead. Short Sky, as we like to call him, is a pretty bad fight. You can't really die to it if you, you know, heal, like, if you're gonna die. Rattata is not really the scary part. The real scary part is the next Pokemon, which is Ekans, which knows a move called Wrap, which is insanely broken in this game. It kind of just locks you in for 2 to 5 turns. And you can't do anything. Well, you can heal, but you can't really attack. Fortunately, did not see it. And we're at really, really healthy HP for the rest of Route 3. Not going to be in any real danger. This fight right here, not too much to say. He leads with a Weedle right here. And we're just gonna Horn Attack. If he uses String Shot, we're gonna be slower than him. Alright, nice. That fails really good. If you get double String Shot, that can be really bad because he's gonna send out a Kakuna right here, which will outspeed you if you've been String Shot twice, and get off a Harden before you Horn Attack, which wastes a lot of PP and time. Ideally, you get 1 String Shot, but not 2, which gives you the extra badge boost without underspeeding anything. And I just got Tackle from the Caterpie, so this fight's free from here. And no risk of getting trolled, I mean, this fight is pretty free at 24 HP, I'd say. Okay, 8 Horn Attack PP entering the next fight is pretty standard. Wow, attack on this, awesome. And this next fight coming up right here, pretty much same thing, just don't want to see 2 String Shots from the Caterpie. Because otherwise the Metapod will outspeed. Alright, we saw 1. Let's hope we don't see another. Okay, nice, that fail. 25% chance to fail coming in real handy right here. That badge boost is actually really good for this Metapod. Does look like we are going to be entering Mount Moon with 3 Horn Attacks, which can be a little scary. That's really like the minimum you want to go in with. And now, right after this, I'm going to be saving for the next RNG manipulation, which I am going to focus for, since it's a couple minutes long. Might be quiet for a little bit.
I can say some things while you focus, if you don't mind.
Feel free.
Amazing. Hi, hello, it's Anma. I'll be hosting for a moment. We are still raising money for Mother of Corals. Thank you everyone for being here with us this morning. It's quite early where I am. I hope it's a beautiful day where you are. So Mother of Corals' mission is simple. We rely on coral reefs for a lot. They produce a significant amount of the world's oxygen, and more than 1 billion people rely on reefs for their livelihoods. But coral reefs are in trouble, and now more than ever, we need to return their favor. At Mother of Corals, we provide the tools and training to enable coastal communities to create, maintain, and share artificial coral reef habitats with the public in order to increase their environmental and economic sustainability. So at Team Green Gaming, we always choose an environmental cause to support every marathon, a foundation that is ecologically focused. And so this time we have chosen Mother of Corals. We have already raised $1,041. Thank you everyone for your generosity. This is our last day of this 2022 marathon, so keep them coming. I hope you stay with us all day. We're gonna have a lot of fun with those Pokemon runs, some Resident Evil. It's gonna be great. So thank you everyone for being there this morning.
So as you can see, this RNG manip is giving me no encounters throughout the entirety of Mount Moon.
This is impressive.
Alright, last room coming up right here. Let's hope I don't mess this up. Alright, and it's going to generate a Paris encounter right on this tile right here, which, if I clear this text box right, which I'm bad at doing sometimes, it will get in the ball first try. Let's hope I got that. Nice, okay. Catch rate in this game is, well, like how many shakes the ball does before a Pokemon breaks out is not RNG. It's based on the catch rate and like how much HP it has. So once it shook once, I knew that it was gonna get in. So now I don't need this extra Pokeball. I'm just gonna toss it, free up bag space, and I'm gonna enter this fight. Now, I saved for this fight because this is a horrible fight right here. Moon Rocket, it's got a Rattata and a Zubat. They're both pretty scary. Rattata, really don't want to see Tail Whip. Okay, we see Tail Whip turn 1, okay. On the bright side, that makes this a really good range to 2-shot. Double, that's so scary. This Zubat knows Leech Life, which is super effective. And it knows Supersonic, which can confuse you. And if you've been double Tail Whip, you hurt yourself in confusion for a lot of damage. You can see how much Leech Life does, and that move is 20 base power. Okay, Leech Life right there is really good. This Horn Attack should kill. Nice, okay. Didn't see any Supersonic, that's very good. That fight can really troll you and just use up so much potions. So many potions. So I'm going to do a little bit of a menu right here. We got to do 4 things, and we got to do them in like a really specific and weird order. We're going to teach a couple of TMs we picked up, Water Gun and Mega Punch. Nidoran can't learn Water Gun, however Nidorino can. So we gotta force to evolve first with the rare candy. And teach Water Gun. And we gotta teach Mega Punch, which Nidorino can't learn, but Nidoking can learn, so gotta evolve again right here. And here we have our Nidoking. And this is part of the reason why Nidoking is so good. It's just that you can get this so early. Like, we're not even at the second gym yet. Already have a third stage evolution at level 16. That's definitely not the only reason why it's good. Nidoking is just insane in this game for quite a few reasons, but that is definitely a big one. This fight right here is really nothing to write home about. This Grimer is a 2-shot. It does no Disable, which in Gen 1 disables a random move. And let's hope it's not Mega Punch. Good, it's Water Gun, okay. If it disables Mega Punch, it can really troll you. Okay, crit, so it's still a 2-turn. We're going to be relying on Mega Punch a lot, unfortunately, through this next section of the game. It is an 85% accurate move. So, gonna see some misses. No real way around that. It is better than Horn Attack with a Manipped Mount Moon. Very nice. And we can get encounters through this last section of Mount Moon. Let's hope we don't get any. Very nice. Very, very good. That was an extremely good moon, actually. Very fast moon rocket fight, no encounters. Really, best you can ask for. Now that we're in Cerulean City, we're gonna make a quick pit stop at the Pokemon Center. This is mostly just to set our warp point. Like when you die or when you dig or escape rope out of somewhere, it takes you back to your warp point. And you can only set your warp point in this game if you heal at a Pokemon Center, not by just entering and exiting like you can in other Pokemon games. So we do have to do that right here, since Cerulean is a pretty useful warp point for us. Make a quick detour to get this rare candy out of this guy's backyard. A very sanitary choice. Make a lot of questionable sanitary decisions this run. And we're going to go into Rival 2 right here. Which is a... it certainly is a fight. He leads with Pidgeotto, which knows Gust, Quick Attack, and Sand Attack. And like most trainers in the game, he'll use any of his moves at random. And he's a 3-shot, normally. Hope we don't see any Sand Attacks. Ooh. We saw Sand Attack. Shoot. I am gonna elect to... Yeah, okay, I've been double sanded. I'm gonna just swap. Attacking is definitely the right choice here. Okay, come on. Please? Use a damaging move, please. Okay. Wait, did I just Gem 1 miss Sand Attack? No way. That was actually good. I didn't want to like risk killing it with Gust. I don't think it would have killed. I didn't want to lower accuracy either. It's actually crazy. So yeah, a Gen 1 miss is when you miss a 100% accurate move in this game. Every 100% accurate move, due to an off by 1 error, actually has a 1 in 256 chance of missing. And if that happens at the wrong place, you die. And there's nothing you can really do about that since you obviously don't play around. I'm just getting no damage this fight. This is crazy. Okay, got some damage. You're really... It's not common to have a damageless Rival 2 or one where you take barely any damage. Oh, I was sanded? Oh yeah, I guess I was just not paying attention to that. Sometimes stuff slips by focusing on something else. So yeah, now I'm gonna kind of talk about the no instant text part of this run. There is a mechanic in this game called instant text, where by going into the bike shop without the bike voucher and talking to the bike salesman, all your text becomes instant until you open a menu of some sort. It can be your start menu, your item menu in battle, your Pokemon menu in battle, even like a yes/no text box. And that makes these battles absolutely fly by. However, I'm not using it. I think it's fine for PB attempts, but it does add like a lot of risk kind of to this part of the game. It's horrible in races. If you ever see a race of this game nowadays, it's going to be no instant text, just because it's kind of reliant on luck. Because if you get sanded on like Rival 2 or like one of the upcoming fights, you can't really swap without losing instant text, and that just loses so much time. So it's just it's kind of unfair in races, and I'm not like a huge fan of using it in like no reset scenarios either like this. I feel like it just doesn't work out a lot of the time. Yeah, this fight, just land 3 Mega Punches and win. This seconds is a range. Good. When I say range, damage in this game is randomized a little bit. The move can kind of deal between 85 and 100% of the damage it's supposed to, kind of at random. So sometimes you'll hear me talking about low rolls or high rolls, and that's kind of what I'll be referring to. Or I'll say like this Pokemon is a range. Like this Pidgey right here, this is a range to kill with Mega Punch. It's a pretty good range. Hopefully I get it. Very nice. And the way that works is so damage is supposed to vary by around like 15%. So the way that's approximated out of a fraction out of 256 is the game rolls a random number from 217 to 255, which can generate 39 possible damage rolls. And the weird thing about that is that the max roll, the 39th roll, will always deal 1 HP more damage than the 38th roll. So sometimes you'll hear people running this game talking about like, oh, I'm dead to 1 in 39 or something, and that tends to confuse people who don't really know. Mankey is a 15% range to die to Mega Punch. I land 2 Mega Punches this fight too. Nothing really much to talk about. On one of the fights on Bridge, I did miss a Mega Punch on Zubat, which is pretty bad. Especially since I got Supersonic, but Supersonic missed. So that's pretty lucky. Supersonic is 55% accurate, I believe. Getting fairly low on Mega Punches. If I run out of Mega Punches in this next section right here, which is entirely possible, it's not really a big deal. It might be a big deal if I were at lower HP, but I'm very, very safe at this, since I did not take a lot of damage on the rival fight. This guy is part of the reason we get Water Gun right here. Without it, we would have no real way of beating this Onix quickly. It was very unnecessary. Onix is like Dead probably 3 or 4 times over. Okay, you got 3 Mega Punch PP left, and you need to hit 3 Mega Punches. So it should perfectly work out. You don't really want to be out of Mega Punch PP at this point, but it's okay. You can do kind of a safety strat so that it doesn't matter. Alright, this guy right here, we could elect to fight him or the trainer up above that was on screen for just a little bit. And the above trainer is actually faster to fight, but this guy has more Pokemon. And the EXP route, the experience route in this category is really, really tight. So we actually need all of this guy's experience. So we elect to fight him, even though it is quite a bit slower. Chop is I think 92% range with Mega Punch. Very good, you got it. I tend to miss that one a lot for like some reason, even though it's supposed to barely ever happen. So with instant text, this section would kind of be flying by right here, as well as kind of the next section of the game, but you couldn't really heal at all in case your HP got low, or you couldn't swap if you got sand attacked, and you couldn't like heal in the Pokemon Center, which I'm gonna have to do because it's got a yes/no text box, which counts as a menu. If I had instant text, I would lose it right here anyway, because... Wait for it. Learning Thrash. Delete Water Gun right here. We have no need for that anymore. Thrash is kind of the ultimate speedrunning move. It is 90 base power and costs 1 PP for 3 or 4 turns at random of damage. Very, very efficient. And we can help Bill out right here. One of the few cutscenes in this game, if it even counts as a cutscene, since there's not really any animation going on. And after Bill, we're just going to do a small menu right here, do a couple things. Use a rare candy to get to level 24, and escape rope out. For some reason, it's got to do with the tile sets, I believe, they use in certain houses. You can escape rope and like dig out of a couple houses in the game, and one of them's Bill's, which is really handy, because otherwise you'd have to walk back, and it takes a really long time. But now our main goal is to beat Misty right now, but I'm not going to be heading to the gym right away. I said before how the experience routing is really tight for this game, and we actually need the experience from this trainer right here in order to reliably get by Misty. And even then, Misty's still a bad fight. This guy has a Machop and a Drowsy, and they're both ranges with Thrash. Machop is the worst range, but Drowsy is the one that you really need to get. Okay, nice, got that range, that's so good. Just hope I get this Drowsy range right here. Very nice. Drowsy has a horrible moveset. If you miss the range, it knows Confusion, which is super effective. It knows Hypnosis, which puts you to sleep. And if you're in Thrash while you're asleep, you're just locked in and you can't do anything. Can't even heal. And it knows disable, which if it disables Thrash, that's kind of the same thing. So if you miss that range, it can get quite messy. Trainer right here just has a Goldeen. Pretty simple, does no supersonic. Red packs, very good. So we did all those like extra slower fights so that we would reach level 25 for Misty's Starmie, which makes it a very, very, very nearly guaranteed two-shot. It's like over a 99% to two-shot. If we didn't do those, we'd be entering Starmie at 24, at level 24, which you can't reliably two-shot Starmie at. 25 right there. Your damage actually gets a small boost if your level ends in 0, 3, 5, or 8. To get X Defender. Ooh, damageless Misty. Okay. That's interesting. It's very safe. You do generally want some damage on Misty so you can set up Red Bar later, which I haven't talked about Red Bar yet, but it's going to come into play later in the run. But now prospects are looking kind of slim for this next section, but that's okay. Seeing X defend on Misty is pretty scary, but you could just crit through it. Since without a crit, you don't kill with a Thrash, and if you get 3 turn, then you gotta swap out because you're confused, and it just can get kind of messy. Misty, you saw a save for Misty. Misty's a pretty bad fight normally. Statistically, I think the most likely fight in the game to kill you. The main reason why is because Starmie has Bubble Beam. It's 50-50 to use Water Gun or Bubble Beam if Misty doesn't X defend. And Bubble Beam crit just deals so much damage. And Bubble Beam is 25% to Speedfall you, which means Starmie gets another turn. Cool, got an encounter here. This is the last part in the game, ideally, where you can get encounters. These fights right here are pretty trivial, especially at very high HP like I am. You just gotta thrash.
Would that be a good time for me to interject?
Yeah, sure. Feel free.
Amazing, right? I would like to talk about our coming incentives. So we have some bid wars, we have some incentives. We currently have 2 for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. You can replace the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl OST with the Omega Red and Alpha Sapphire OST. So when you donate, don't forget to add an incentive to your donation to get those going. You also have an incentive for the name choice. And then for Resident Evil 2 Remake, we have a bid war going on for costume choices. There are some cool mods with possible costume choices. For Claire, we have Sailor Moon, Supergirl, and Batgirl. And for Leon, we have Master Chief, the Mandalorian, and RoboCop. Currently, Sailor Moon is in the lead for Claire. And there is also some money for Master Chief. I am interested in seeing all those possibilities. They look rad. There's also a bid war for the costume choice for Mr. X, which are Jason Voorhees, Mega Man, and Thomas the Tank Engine. So far, there's only money on Thomas the Tank Engine, so they are in sniping range. This will be in a couple hours anyway, so you have all the time to get your donations in. We also have a choice for Pokemon Shield. I'm not sure when that comes in. Either a race. Oh, it's a race. Both runners use Subtle or Arcanine versus Ninetales. So these are our current bid wars and incentives for the last day of the marathon for Team Green Gaming 2022. Keep them going. And thank you so much, Primalpizza, for being with us this morning. Thank you, everyone, for being with us this morning. Let's keep it coming for the final stretch for this marathon. Thank you.
Thank you. Just in time for this fight right here. Rival 3. It's Pidgeotto, no sand attack as well. Thankfully did not use it. It's also only a 2-shot with Horn Attack instead of a 3-shot. This fight can be pretty scary at low HP because it's kind of unpredictable when you take damage. This Pidgeotto and Raticate both know Quick Attack. And Raticate also knows Hyper Fang, which can deal a lot of damage. And then we just Thrash right here, and we're completely safe from really anything. You generally want to enter this fight at pretty low HP after Misty, because you usually take a hit from Misty. Like Ivysaur is usually 2 shots, so crit was very good since did not need any damage at all. And then we can talk this guy right here and get HMO1 cut. Which is what we got Paris for. And don't blink. There's no jingle right there. That's because our trainer name was so short that it skipped the jingle. And now we can exit the boat and view the only cutscene in the entire game, according to most people. Depends on whether you count Bill or not. But yeah, in an any percent glitchless with IT run, you'd actually get IT again after Misty, and keep it all the way down through Vermilion through this fight. And then lose it in the Pokemon we're about to take right here. Wasn't there like an episode of the anime where the whole plot of the episode was just Pidgey is fat? Pretty sure I remember one of those, like in the...
Oh my god, I don't.
Orange Islands or something. Saw it when I was a kid.
Maybe I tuned it out. No fat phobia for PG. He doesn't deserve it. He's rotund, and that is fine.
We don't like Pidgey in this run, but definitely does not deserve that. We're going to be doing a sizable menu right here. We're going to be teaching a few moves. Teach Bubble Beam to Nidorino. I'm not sure why it can learn Bubble Beam since it's weak to water. And we're going to be teaching Cut and Dig to Paris. This tree right here, and we're going to be saving for the final RNG manipulation of the game to manipulate the hands puzzle in Surge's gym. There's a few versions of this manip. I'm going to be doing the safest one that loses about a second to the optimal one, but is guaranteed to work. Or like, almost guaranteed, I should say. It's like, I think about 3 or 4 in 3600 to fail. Assuming I actually did it right. Did I, Okay. I actually just failed that. I was talking while doing it. That's a bad idea.
It's fine, you're doing great.
It's okay, no big deal. It is very short manip, so not extremely punishing to fail. Okay, cool. Alright, now we enter Surge. Surge is normally like a pretty pivotal fight in the run, but since I have no prospects of getting Red Bar, not really much danger here. I don't think I've actually explained what Red Bar is. So when your HP is low, it makes that annoying like beep beep sound. That happens when your HP is at 1048s or below. I say 1048s instead of 524s because the HP bar is 48 pixels long. And that beeping sound actually jingle skips a lot of things in battle. So it makes fights go by much faster, and it's going to be utilized a lot later in the run. But ideally, this part of the game you would have red bar, but no damage from Misty really makes that hard. Yeah, 4-turn Thrash on Surge. That was actually a really good fight, because the Voltorb's a pretty bad range, and I got it. Surge says his badge raises defense. No, he says his badge raises speed. He's a liar. His badge raises defense. There's some NPCs in this game that just give blatantly false information, and Surge is one of them. And we're gonna just listen to this guy go on and on about his Rapid Ash and how he loves cuddling with it. I would think that'd be pretty painful. This is, you know, made out of fire, but and this is another house that you can just, like, dig out of for some reason. And then go all the way back to Cerulean, so we don't have to walk all the way back up there. That's another good reason why we have the warp point right there. We're gonna get the bike voucher and do a little small menu right out here. Menus in this game kind of have a nice flow to them. They're very carefully routed. Where like you have items at the bottom of the bag that you want to use. So you swap items at the top of the bag for the ones at the bottom of the bag. And then if like you use up a quantity of items completely, like I had one TM24 Thunderbolt that I used on Maida King. That resets your cursor to the top of the bag, so then you can use the items that you swapped. A lot of the menus in the game work that way. They've been really, really meticulously routed. This person right here is not a huge danger at the HP I'm at. We call her 4-turn Thrash Girl because in the old days, back when we did not use Mega Punch, we would have to land a 4-turn Thrash or risk confusion. But now that we have Mega Punch, we can just Mega Punch an Oddish, assuming it hits. This guy right here has 3 Pokemon. But instead of thrashing turn 1, I am going to Bubble Beam this Caterpie. Venonat is an 85% range with Thrash. So it's not guaranteed to die. And it knows Disable, which can really troll you if it disables Thrash. Great punk name. Honestly, yeah, let's see it. And coming right up here, we're gonna enter Rock Tunnel. It's gonna be pretty dark, but we do not need the Flash HM. A lot easier than Dark Caves and other Pokemon games for sure, since you can see the walls. This guy right here has a Cubone, and this trainer class, the Pokemaniac, actually has AI that that says to use a status move turn 2. That matters because you could elect to set up Red Bar if you're at lower HP by intentionally taking damage from the Cubone, or more commonly in no reset scenarios, the Slowpoke. And it does always use a status move turn 2. That will be important later. It will be on the test. So remember that. That is going to come into play later. Alright, this trainer coming up right up here can be a bit of a troll. I'm at super safe HP though. This is Oddish Girl. She has an Oddish and a Bulbasaur. Both are ranges. Oddish is like a 30% range or something like that. And it knows a lot of troll moves. It knows Sleep Powder, Stun Spore. But we're at such high HP that, like, it's alright to Thrash turn 1. And we got Absorb, so it's completely fine. This is definitely a... Wow, I missed the Bulbasaur range too? Okay. Wow, alright. That Bulbasaur is like an 85% range, I think. Okay, come on. Please. Well, I'm in red bar now. I cannot believe that happened. That is so bad. Okay, okay, Mag. Okay. Trying to figure out how to recover from this. We don't have revives yet. I got extremely unlucky there. I think I just have to wipe, right? Okay. I actually can't believe how unlucky I got right there. I was at what, like 60 something HP? Actually crazy. Well, okay, I actually have to die though, right? Okay, I'm poisoned. Okay. So I'm short a repel. I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, I gotta get encounters. This is extremely bad. But that is honestly my own dang fault for not swapping. I should have, Okay. I know I'm like stuttering a little bit and everything. This is just... That is literally the worst place to die in the entire game. Okay. I just need one repel. But I need to make up money later. See, the problem with dying there is that, you take a big shopping trip right after Rock Tunnel. What am I doing? And you lose half your money when you die, so... That should be fine. I've recovered from worse money-wise. We just gotta, like, get a couple extra things. And buy fewer items, but that still really, really sucks. I cannot believe how unlucky I got in that fight. That is actually insane. That Bulbasaur's an 85% range and I lost 3 coin flips in a row. And, actually lost 4 coin flips in a row, counting the Vine Whip. If I didn't get that Vine Whip, I would be alive. Oh wait, was I leech seeded? I was leech seeded, okay. Okay, so I'm back here again. Oh, I beat her, that's right. Okay. Fortunately, okay. Fortunately, you can split experience that fight, I know that for sure. Sometimes, like, as I said before, the experience routing is really, really tight. So, For some fights, it's really dangerous to split experience on, but that fight, it's completely safe. I don't know why I did that. I saw Geodude thought I was going for water gun. Okay, I'm just gonna swap, okay? I've learned my lesson. That was just a misclick. Oh man, this rock tunnel's been an adventure. Okay, alright. Thankfully that doesn't split experience if it self-destructs on you. Oh yeah, I didn't get any experience, you're right. Interesting. Okay, I'll fight Haunter. I don't quite remember the movement for early EQ. But it should be fine. See, this is part of Red that you're gonna run into if you play the game a lot. Since you're gonna die to like the most unlikely scenarios, and then you're gonna need to think of backups. And sometimes we have backups for things routed out. Sometimes we don't. So sometimes you do need to route on the fly. Pick up our first PP restoring item right there, the Max Ether. PP restoration items are very rare since you can't buy them in shops, and we do use a lot of low PP, high power moves throughout the later part of the run. Okay, thanks. Okay, this Growlithe is a range. Good, I actually made it. Wow, I made one range. This fight is a little awkward because the Growlithe is a really bad range to die to Thrash. Vulpix always dies to Thrash. Vulpix, I think, just doesn't die to Bubble Beam. Yeah, it just doesn't die to Bubble Beam. And Growlithe is a range, so you gotta kind of do the awkward order of Bubble Beam the Growlithe, Thrash the Vulpix. I'm gonna pick up a couple hidden items right over here. Very good. These items can be a little tough to pick up sometimes. It's a pretty good audio cue for the first one. Although a lot of people use visual cue. It's now shopping time, and I'm gonna have to like do a little different shopping than I'm used to. First of all, I'm going to sell some items right here. I'm gonna sell Bide, sell, whoops. Sell both the nuggets we picked up. I'm gonna buy TMO7, which contains the move Horn Drill. Super Repels, and Super Potions, and a Revive. You generally buy 2 Revives, but since I'm short on money, I'm just going to buy 1. And then also because I'm short on money, I'm going to talk to this guy right here, who has apparently finished Pokemon, and grab the counter TM. And buy some drinks right here. Guess I got the frame perfect soda pop by. Where the curse is still on freshwater. See it. And we're gonna TM48 Rock Slide from this girl. Rock Slide is a bad move, but it's necessary for the run. I'm gonna have to do some math for these X items right here. Oh yeah, still gotta sell counter right here. Interesting. Do you need? I can save an exec. Is there anything else I can? Interesting. I do need to. I think I'm gonna get Ice Beam. I don't have enough to get Tri Attack. Okay, this is a mess. I'm gonna actually get this Ice Beam TM and then sell it. Oh, this is a mess. Okay. Sells for 2,000. And I need 3 XPs, so I need... So... Okay, that's... Alright, I'm just doing like some mental math in my head. That's like the minimum amount of X specials you need. So, like, I should be fine. I'm good on X speeds. I can save in X accuracy. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I should be fine now. Okay, now that that disaster is over, I can actually get the HM for Fly right here, and then do a quite sizable menu. To teach Rock Slide. Notice I swapped TM07 up. I am going to use it later. Yep, I think I probably should have gotten Lemonade as well, but I didn't have the money to do it after getting fresh water. Yeah, I am really, I think I have the minimum amount of X items I can, like, reasonably get past the game with. This is gonna be interesting. This fight is trivial at this HP. At low HP, it can be a little scary, since depending on the strat you use, you can get damage from Pidgeotto and or Ivysaur. Yeah, you can see why dying right there is very costly. Gotta go to Cerulean Mart and buy Repels, which is slow. And then, yeah, you're just so low on money. I can't believe I died. What was I was at like, what, 65, 68 HP? It's insane. Okay, well, we are past that now. We got a couple trainers ahead of us with some Ghastlies. And Ghastly is a Pokemon that has very high special, which means they deal a lot with special attacks, and that they're also very specially bulky. So none of our special moves are gonna kill without a crit. Thrash doesn't work because they're Ghost type, so we have to use Rock Slide, which is a 90% accurate move. And these Ghastlies can be pretty troll. They have Confuse Ray, and they have Lick, which has a chance to paralyze as well. I'm going to have to do a couple different backups in tower right here, just because of the death. Yep. And I'm actually going to, normally you would go across the heal pad right here. But, I don't have to use heal pad though. Oh boy, I might have to use heal pad. Okay, I missed the rock slide. No way. No way. I've lost 5 coin flips in a row. Lost 6 coin flips in a row. What? I'm dead to Nightshade. What is... Okay, there's a revive I can grab later, so I'm gonna... I think the right play is to YOLO. Okay, this rock slide is still a range. Okay, so now I have to use heal pad. Okay. This is so cursed. This is honestly so cursed. Okay, so I'm gonna take heal pad right here. It restores my HP and status. Okay. I have not once gotten through confusion. This is honestly crazy. Okay, missed another rock slide. That's just awesome. And Lick has 100% paralysis rate apparently. Okay, dude. Okay. Yeah. And the thing about that is every decision is bad in that case. It's just... You're so screwed. You're dead to Nightshade. You're paralyzed. You're confused. It's crazy. Okay. This is the last rock slide you have to hit. Okay. Cool. Hit that one. Oh man, this is crazy. What was my estimate? Like, I think my estimate was 2 hours, so I should be fine. I'm going to teach Horn Drill right here. Swapped it up earlier, so you can easily access it now. Horn Drill is a one-hit KO move that actually not going to be seeing right now since I have to save an X accuracy, but we're going to see it later. And we're going to use the Polka Doll to escape from the ghost. It's not a glitch. Polka Doll ends a wild encounter, and the ghost is a wild encounter. So yeah, I guess I should talk a little bit about Horn Drill. Horn Drill just straight up one-hit KOs the opponent. The only requirement is that you have to not be slower than them. And also, it is only 30% accurate. However, we have a little item called X Accuracy that, instead of working like it does in other games where it increases your accuracy stage, in Gen 1 and Gen 2, it just makes all your moves hit. So that combines really, really well with Horn Drill. I'm going to have to do a different strat right here. Actually, a risky version of that different strat. Normally you would X Accuracy and Horn Drill these Pokemon. I'm just going to straight up Thrash, which is pretty risky since After this coughing is a drowsy, and it's like a 60-something% range, I think, with Thrash. And it's got a really troll moveset. You could use an X special on the coughing in order to get an attack badge boost to guarantee one-shot the drowsy. Okay, got headbutt. Okay. That's the first time I got through confusion this whole run. That could have been really bad. Yeah. Don't see that very often. That's like old strats right there. And then this fight has 4 Pokemon. They all die to Thrash. Eradicate is a range. So we actually have to Thunderbolt 2 of the Pokemon to reliably get past with Thrash without getting confused. And of course we miss it. That is an 85% range, around there. And we should be good now. Shouldn't have to do any more backups. We just have to remember we are very, very short on X items. So we can't really afford to waste any. And we get the Pokeflute. You can use the Pokeflute in battle to wake yourself up from sleep. Hopefully we won't see that, but it can come in handy if you get trolled. We're just going to take a quick Pokemon Center here. This is mostly to reset our warp point to Celadon, because it's a very useful warp point to have. It's next to Cycling Road, which can take us to Fuchsia. And it is right next to Saffron City, which has a couple things that we would like to go to. Yep. That's what I'm thinking too. There's a couple extra revives you can get. So I'm definitely going to be picking up one of them. It's for safety. Fortunately, there's not really much risk throughout Silphco. At least if you're playing safely. I'll pick up a little hidden elixir in this tree right here. And we got a trainer to fight right here. This trainer has an Arbok. And it is, I think, it's like a 40-something% range to die to 2 Thrashes. And it does no Glare, which can paralyze you. So hopefully we don't see that. Poison Sting. Ideally you'd get Bite. Missed the range, but didn't get trolled, so it's fine. You want to be taking some damage here. There is a strat on Koga, which is the next gym leader we'll be fighting. To get a really, really good red bar for almost the entire remainder of the run. So I guess I could explain a bit about how that works. So there's something in this game called good AI, which a lot of like important trainers have. All the gym leaders have it. Most of the Elite Four has it, and even some regular trainers do. And what that does is it kind of prioritizes using super effective moves, or moves that the game thinks is super effective, rather. And it also, under certain circumstances, deprioritizes not very effective moves, which results in Koga's Weezing always using self-destruct against Nidoking. And And if we die to self-destruct, we can actually revive with a rare candy, gaining us a little bit of HP in order to get into really good red bar for a lot of the late game. And you can see X accuracy plus X speed plus horn drills busted. We're just faster than everything, and our horn drill's guaranteed to hit. There's a very, very risky strat you can do on this fight that involves you tanking a hydro pump from the Gyarados in order to ideally get very good red bar for this next section, but it's extremely risky. It's about like a coin flip to die throughout the next few fights. So you really only use it for PB attempts if you're going for like a really, really insane time. You can see I walked up a tile before fighting the rival right here, so he doesn't have to walk around me. He can just walk straight to the teleporter right over here. And I'm gonna be trying to take some intentional damage during this next fight right here in order to die to self-destruct. I do need to use a PP restoring item, a Max Ether. And I could have used it out of battle, but I'm choosing to use it in battle since I would like to take an extra hit. Unfortunately, did not get an extra hit, but that is okay. There's still some opportunities to take damage. I am sitting at pretty high health, though, higher than you'd like. Yeah, I could have set up on the Drowsy, but setting up on the Drowsy is maybe a little risky because it knows Psychic, and Psychic crit just kills you, and that's a really awkward death to recover from. Plus, I only have one revive, so I really don't want to die. Ideally have 2 revives, and if you use up like your only revive, that slot in your bag goes away, which kind of messes up your menus later on. And having messed up menus, if you have like your muscle memory ingrained for certain menus, can be really rough. Not too much to say about this fight. Use 3 horn drills and a bubble beam. Didn't get trolled by Nidorino. Nidorino does no Fury Attack, which is a really slow animation. Use Bubble Beam on the Rhyhorn because using Horn Drill would have 2 text boxes on the Rhyhorn. You have the 1-hit KO text box and the not very effective, while Bubble Beam only has the super effective text box. So saves about a second, probably a little less considering you have to use a couple extra inputs. And now I'm going to be taking a little bit of a detour in order to pick up a few items.
Hey Primal, let me know when I can interject.
Alright, just a second coming up here. After I pick up these couple items right here, there would be a Rocket Grunt sitting right here, but since we beat Giovanni, all the rockets have left. We're going to pick up TM26 Earthquake and a rare candy, and then dig out. Alright, should be good now.
Thank you. We have received a donation from Spider C, who donates $30. Thank you so much for your generosity, Spider C. They didn't put a comment, but they voted for the incentive to replace the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl OST with the Omega Red Alpha Sapphire OST. So we are still $20 short on that incentive, but it is coming up. Talking about incentives that are coming up, is this still good, Primal?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Very good time right now.
Okay, coming about incentives that are coming up, so Primal is making good on time, so you have at most 50 minutes to continue voting for the Resident Evil 2 remake costume choices. So we have main character costume choices and Mr. X costume choices with different mods. Currently, Claire's Sailor Moon costume is in the lead. And Leon's Master Chief costume is in the lead. And for Mr. X, it's Thomas the Tank Engine who's in the lead. But these are still absolutely in sniping range. But get your donations in, though, because time is a-ticking. And Resident Evil 2 Remake is the run after this one. So thank you so much, Primal. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity. Keep it coming.
All right, let's get that Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire OST donation incentive in. That soundtrack is very good. Okay, so I picked up a couple items on Cycling Road, rare candy and a PP Up. PP Up is going to be used to increase the maximum PP of Horn Drill from 5 to 6. And we're going to be teaching Earthquake right now. Earthquake is a very, very powerful move. It's 100 base power and gets same type attack bonus. So it's effectively 150 base power. So it's kind of going to be our main damage dealing move for if nothing else will work. I don't think I talked about kind of move animations in this game. I do have animations off, which saves time for most moves. However, it kind of just replaces the default animation for damaging moves to one of two animations. There are what we call flash animations, where the enemy Pokemon flashes for a second, and then there are shake animations, where the screen shakes for a second, and shake animations are about a second faster. So when possible, you might have seen me in the early game finishing off Pokemon with Poison Sting. If they're at low HP, it's because Poison Sting is a shake move. It saves a few seconds throughout the run. And up here, I really don't want to forget, there is a Revive I need to pick up. It's the Gold Teeth, again. Very sanitary. Revive's hidden in the statue right here. Now I have 2 revives, so pretty safe. That's kind of the ideal number you want to be at this point. I get Surf, and I can dig right out of the Safari Zone right here. And fly right back to Fuchsia in order to take on Koga's Gym. We are sitting at extremely high health right here, so hopefully we can take some damage. There is one Pokemon in here we can take some damage from. It's not this fight, but the one right after. This fight is just hit Earthquake 4 times, and don't Gen 1 miss. You get to Saffron City by buying a drink at the top of Celadon Mart. And giving it to the guy. Very useful strat. Yeah, this fight is just don't Gen 1 miss. You do have 1 extra Earthquake in case you Gen 1 miss. I have Gen 1 miss in this fight a couple times. So that has definitely come in handy. Then this fight right here. This guy has a Drowsy and a Hypno. Drowsy you just kill with Earthquake, and the Hypno does not die to Earthquake without a crit. Actually hoping to see Confusion from the Hypno, since that would put me at pretty good HP. Do want to be at this point, the self-destruct does a minimum of 79 HP. Poison gas, that is no damage, so I'm super high HP. I don't die to self-destruct. Fortunately, either self-destruct can crit, which kills me, or I can see an X attack from Koga, which is, I think, 25%. If I get X attack, that would be just absolutely great. But in case I don't die to self-destruct, there are some backups. That can be a little scary to pull off sometimes, but hopefully it'll work out. Ideally, just the X attack on the Wheezing. Oh boy, please crit. Oh, I'm gonna be such high health. Okay, I'm at 33. That looks like Victory Bell stall. Okay, so I'm not in red bar right now. Ideally, you would die right here. And then use a rare candy to revive into red bar. I'm going to have to do a small backup all the way in Erica's gym. But until then, we just kind of have a section where there's not really any battles. Just a whole lot of movement. And menus, of course. Can't have Gen 1 without menus. And we're gonna fly back to Pallet Town so we can surf to Cinnabar Island. We're using these rare candies on Nidoking. We're not reviving into Red Bar, but this also lets us not get encounters in Pokemon Mansion. Highest level encounter in there is level 42. So if you're level 42, you run the risk of getting encounters. That menu can be a little scary sometimes. It's optimal to use rare candies in that menu, so I've started doing that. Traditionally, you'd actually use them right after exiting Koga's gym in the same menu you get on the bike. It is faster to do it this way, though. But you do run the risk of misclicking and rare candying like Pidgey or Squirtle, which is terrible. There's an extra rare candy hidden in the mansion not too far out of the way, but if you don't rare candy Nidoking, you can get encounters here with a repel up. So that can be real bad. It's each encounter wastes a lot of time. Wastes like 10 seconds. Actually, for me, it wastes even more since I'm not in Red Bar. I don't get to skip Nidoking's Cry. Up here, we got kind of the last major menu of the run. Blizzard menu, also my personal favorite menu. And I just didn't pick up Blizzard, okay. Well, I've already screwed up the menu. That's fine, though. Yeah. No. Do not teach Blizzard to Squirtle. That is a bad mistake to make. You want to teach Blizzard to Nidoking. Okay. So yeah, then we're just going to do a quick Super Repel. That last Super Repel we used, Super Repels last for, I think, 200 steps. And we had 199 steps from the time using the last Repel to that menu right there. So we don't get the Repel wore out text. I'm going to be doing a quick detour for a rare candy right here. This candy we're not going to use until much later in the game, until the Elite Four. guarantees us some safety on one of the fights. And next is Erica's Gym. Now, this is why Celadon is such a useful work point. So we went to Saffron to go to Silphco, and we're gonna go to Saffron again to visit Sabrina's gym later. We went to Cycling Road, and now we're just going to the gym right here. Super useful work point, definitely worth taking the center so you don't have to fly a whole bunch of times from Cerulean whenever you like dig out of somewhere. Alright. This lady has an Execute that we have to hit a Blizzard on. Fortunately, it's not really any danger to us. It can't damage us. Very good, we hit the Blizzard. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of a backup on Erica. So you usually just three-shot her entire team. Well, one-shot all of her Pokemon. She has 3 Pokemon. But turn 1, I'm actually going to use a Poke-Flute to stall for damage on Victory Bell in order to get into Red Bar. I got Sleep Powder. That's unfortunate. Hoping for Razor Leaf. Listen to the jingle. If you're in Red Bar, that jingle skips. Wow, that is unlucky. This would not have happened if this died to self-destruct. Okay. Razor Leaf. Very cool. It's still a little, I think a little bit high on HP. Like maybe by 5 or so. But yeah, that's pretty unlucky stall right there. A little troll, but we're in Red Bar now. You can see I was skipping a lot of the Pokemon cries right there. Red Bar jingle skips a lot of things in battle and actually saves 1 frame every text box too, due to jingle skipping the text clearing sound. I'm gonna fly to Cinnabar. We're just gonna kind of rush to all the gyms we haven't done yet. Kind of like a boss rush portion of the game. Blaine has this extremely hard quiz he's set up for us right here. Caterpie evolves into Butterfree. The translation team really could have done some better work with this, because Caterpie evolves into Metapod, not Butterfree. I don't know. You do really need to answer all these right though, since since if you answer any of them wrong, you have to fight an optional. And depending on the optional you fight, that could really screw up the run, because it could screw up your XP route. Like, a lot of the XP route is devoted to outspeeding specifically Sabrina's Alakazam, which you outspeed actually by only 1 speed point. And depending on the optional fight, you could level up sooner, which counterintuitively could make you slower for Sabrina, since you don't get the experience of the things in Sabrina's fight before Alakazam. Run into PP issues as well.
Hey Primal, let me know when I can interject.
Okay, after this fight actually, after this next fight right here would be great. I do have one thing I'd like to talk about. This fight, this is one of the 2 fights in the game that you literally cannot die to if you play correctly. Growlithe, well Blaine has good AI, and Growlithe has Agility, which is a Psychic type move. Good AI knows if a move is super effective, but it does not know if a move is damaging or not. So Growlithe will just spam Agility and we can set up on it. without any problem. You cannot die to this fight. You can't even Gen 1 miss and die since you use an X accuracy. Alright, we're good now.
No problem at all, and you can interrupt me if I talk too much and you have something to say, no worries.
Okay.
We have a $20 donation from Mock Nikora. They say, I'm Batman. Well, wait, I mean girl. I'm Girlman. They have sniped the Resident Evil 2 remake costume choice for Claire, so it is now Batgirl who is in the lead, which puts it forward before the Sailor Moon, which was formerly in the lead. Now it's Batgirl. If you want to snipe another costume, you still have maybe 20 minutes, so get them coming, and thank you so much for your generosity.
Alright, now we can go and fight Sabrina in her gym right here. Sabrina's a very simple fight at first glance, but a lot of the routing of this route kind of went into this fight specifically. Alakazam is extremely fast, and it's kind of wild that we can even outspeed it. But this fight is just use Earthquake 4 times and don't Gen 1 miss and win. A Gen 1 miss here could be very devastating since you obviously don't play around that, you don't save or anything, that's just not worth it. And then you just have to revive out of red bar if you die. And red bar saves an insane amount of time. I think in like a normal run, like a PB attack with red bar saves around 5 minutes compared to having no red bar. It's honestly crazy. You can see you skip the level up jingle. Kind of wild. Skip the sound effects when Pokemon faints. Alright. And we're done with Sabrina. We're going to do a little bit of an optimization right here. We can dig out of this gym, but instead of just digging out, we're going to step on the teleporter and then dig out from here, which replaces the dig animation with the faster teleport animation, saving just a little bit of time. And we're going to go to the final gym of the game. Alright, this guy is absolutely nothing to worry about. Has a single Rhyhorn. We can Earthquake. The next fight, however, is definitely something to worry about, and I'm going to be saving for this fight since I am extremely short on X items. This is kind of the first fight in a while that can, like, actually kill you with, like, decently likely probability. You're pretty much 1 in 6 to die. I think I am... Do I lift some, like, low rolls of Karate Chop crit? I might be less than 1 in 6 to die, but, you do get this Machoke 1 turn. It can Karate Chop. I got X attack, which is really good. A Karate Chop crit usually just means you are completely dead. But the reason why it's safe there, instead of just like reviving if you die, is because it's actually faster to reset if you die and continue from the save and keep red bar rather than just like stay out of red bar. I'm going to be exiting the gym right here. This is to reset the trainer's position so I can have a clear path to Giovanni. I like to take the spinny pads, but those are ungodly slow in this game. I think it's like around a quarter of the speed you walk at. And then we have Giovanni, which is not really a notable fight at all. The real gym leader is the black belt right over there. Giovanni is not really any danger, unless you Gen 1 miss, of course. Hey, Nerdy. Thank you. Also, yeah, I totally forgot about that, Matt. Okay. Yeah, Yuchito in chat knows about stalling on Nidoking. I also died the last time I tried that. I'm just gonna go with it right now. I will level out of Red Bar early, but like this Rhydon is a range. Did not get it. That is totally fine. Rhydon actually cannot damage you, since it just spams Horn Drill, or Geo can use Guard Spec, and since it's slower than you, actually spams Fissure rather. And since Rhydon is slower than you, Fissure will never hit. I think I will do that. Alright, a small menu right there to Super Repel. And I would like some extra damage so as to, Actually, if I get crit, I'm just dead, so I'm probably just not going to do that. I really don't want to die because I'm extremely tight on X items, so I think I'll just continue normally and just level out early. This fight is the second fight in the game that it is actually impossible to die to. Pidgeot is a range as well, but it's a little bit better than Rhydon. Of course, I miss it. All good though. Pidgeot, just like Growlithe, will just spam agility because it thinks it's super effective. Yeah, don't level out right there. I was thinking about, yeah. Ideally in this situation, I would have stalled. Well, I would have used one of the X items on the Rhyhorn to try to take some damage, but I was dead to crit, and I really can't afford a death right now. Because then I'd have to set up the X items again. I will level out, I think, on the next level up, which is on Lorelei, but that is totally fine. Just loses a few seconds. Right now we got kind of the Victory Road portion of the game, where, fun fact, there is no trainer fights, no required trainers in Victory Road at all. This is purely execution. So feel free to patronize me if I mess it up. It's the part where you really start getting nervous if you're on PB pace. This is just kind of the slow section before all the Elite Four. Do another small menu right here. One thing that I really like about this game is that you can use repels if you still have a repel up. In future Pokemon games, they changed that so the repel has to wear off before you can even apply another repel. Which means you have to view like the repel wore off text box. And it honestly allows for like a lot more freedom in menus in this game than you'd otherwise get. That is a swag boulder right there. You can push boulders from the wrong direction. In most cases, it loses a turn frame. It didn't right there. But in my opinion, it's not really swag unless you're doing it in like a close race. This repel is super tight. Almost any movement mistake and the repel will wear out early. So hopefully I can get this movement right. Alright, that's the hard part over with. I just gotta push this boulder extremely slowly. There's a couple boulders in Victory Road that just take absolutely forever to push. If you're playing yellow version, they actually take quite a bit longer due to the extra lag in that game. Yep. Yellow has yellow legs in like a ton of places. They like yellow is obviously a Game Boy Color game as opposed to red being just a regular Game Boy game. And they kind of just hacked color in pretty haphazardly, like very basic. And that color lags the game a lot in certain spots, one of them being Victory Road. So the timing when pushing yellow boulders is really awkward. Wow. That's not the simplest part. Okay. So now we enter Elite Four, and you know how back in Rock Tunnel I said that some trainer classes use a status move on turn 2? Lorelei is one of those trainer classes. Lorelei also has good AI, so turn 1, if we just send in Nidoking, we need to set up an X accuracy. If we just set up an X accuracy on our Dugong on turn 1, it's 50-50 effectively to use Aurora Beam, which kills you, or Rest, which is great. In order to guarantee Rest, we can actually switch to Pidgey, and due to good AI, Dugong will guarantee use Aurora Beam. Then we can switch back to Nidoking, and since it's turn 2, and Rest is a Psychic type move, Dugong will just use Rest. Only it's a super safe fight. Unfortunately, leveling out of Red Bar right here, so we get to hear all these wonderful Pokemon cries. And we won't have Red Bar for Bruno. Well, we might if we get a hit from Onyx. It was really bad leveling out on Lorelei because Jinx is the longest cry in the entire game. Alright, now we are done with Lorelei. We do need to do a small menu before Bruno. Need to use an elixir real quick. And we need to set up an X accuracy on his Onyx. I'm hoping for some damage here. It can use Rage or Slam. And it could also use Rock Throw. We just don't want to see Harden, because really any sort of damage is going to get us back into Red Bar. And of course we get Harden. Whatever. It's fine, just means we won't have Red Bar for this fight. This fight's completely free from here. E4 does get a bit harder in the next few fights. A lot more interesting. Next fight is going to be Agatha, which can be a major troll. So kind of something about Agatha. She has a Golbat that we can't kill normally. So we have to use an X special in order for Blizzard to kill it. And the speed badge boost from the X special allows us to outspeed her second Gengar, but only if we use a rare candy beforehand, which is really funny. Leveling up in the middle of a fight removes all your badge boosts. So by using the rare candy, we won't level up in the middle of the fight, allowing us to keep that speed badge boost for the second Gengar. We don't have to give it a turn. We just have to give this first Gengar a turn, which can be pretty troll. So we'll see what it does. Okay, Hypnosis Miss, that's good. We're through Agatha. We just have to hit a Blizzard on Golbat. Very good. Now this fight's free unless we Gen 1 miss. Golbat does know Haze, which is a move that removes all your stat changes and badge boosts. So, in that case, I think we just YOLO the second Gengar. Or, no, probably could elect to X speed on Arbok. No, I guess not, since I'm low on X items. Okay. And because of that rare candy, we level up at the end of the fight, after the Gengar instead of in the middle. And now for Lance, I'm going to do a pretty cool strat. I'm going to take a small menu beforehand. Gonna heal to a very specific amount. Actually pretty high HP, hopefully this will work. So the idea is that we have no way of reliably killing Gyarados turn 1. It's a 2-hit with Thunderbolt without a crit. But if we use an X special, we can tank a Hydro Pump and kill the next turn with Thunderbolt. And the goal is to get Red Bar from that Hydro Pump. I am at pretty high HP, so would like a bit of a higher roll. Ooh. I'm gonna level out of Red Bar, but to get Red Bar for this first little part of the fight. That's just pretty awkward HP to be at. You need to X speed right here, don't want to forget that. We do need to outspeed Lance's Aerodactyl, which is one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. I missed Blizzard, that's okay. Dragonite knows Agility and Barrier. Fortunately we got Barrier, so we don't need to see it use another move. And I am going to save for Champ, since I have one X special left. And you need to use one for this fight. So if I die, I'm just kind of screwed otherwise. I'm just gonna go in right here. He leads with Pidgeot again. And we need to set up an X special turn 1. Hoping for one wing attack, honestly. I would like to take one wing attack in order to have Red Bar for this fight. But we really don't want to see a Sky attack. Mirror move. And mirror move, okay. Didn't see any, but we are through the fight. And we just drill everything from here. That is GG. I think we do level out of Red Bar this fight. Didn't on Lance. But yeah, if you see Sky Attack from the Pidgeot, Sky Attack's a 2-turn move that deals damage the next turn. So what you'd want to do in that situation is Blizzard the Pidgeot and hope it hits, and then set up an X accuracy on the Rhydon, which has a chance of killing you if you're at low HP. I have died to that on race PB pace by like a minute before. Thanks to the GGs. And what's funny about that is if you miss Blizzard on the Pidgeot, you need to Blizz again right away, because if you decide to like set up an X item, Pidgeot knows a mirror move, and it can mirror move your Blizzard, which would be extremely funny. I don't think that's happened to anyone in like an actual run yet, definitely in practice. But yeah. So yeah, that is Pokemon Red, 80% glitchless, no instant text. Time is going to come up after the Hall of Fame right here.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask. I was like, when's time?
Yeah, no, it's not yet.
Okay.
It's after the Hall of Fame. There is some variance with Hall of Fame, which is why timing is after it. You can deposit some of your Pokemon in order to save time here, because it shows like a little picture of your Pokemon. Saves about 8 seconds per Pokemon here. It's kind of a risky strat if like you're in a race or you're doing PB attempts. But I will say when. All right, it's gonna be after the. It's gonna be on the Fade to White here. And time. All right. Oh yeah, Matt. I was actually in that race. I saw that. That's awesome. All right, what was the final time?
Well, I feel like it was cut a little early. I don't know who pressed the button, because it was when you said it, but not when the stream had catch up.
Oh, that's okay.
So, but it's 2 hours. Good job.
2 hours. Okay. That is
It's 2:28. I would guess it's more like 2:35.
Wait. That is definitely not. Something went wrong.
Really? Maybe that can happen.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's definitely not 2:35 though. That is totally fine,
I mean
though.
2 hours 35. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
35 seconds.
All right. Okay,
I'm
sorry.
so sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good.
Yes.
2 hours 35 seconds. That is that's a time for sure. But I think I played pretty well considering everything that happened at Death and Rock Tunnel.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Very much enjoyed showing this off.
Yes, it was great having you on. Thank you so much for coming in and running with us today. We really appreciate it. Don't cut your stream just yet. And yeah, do you have any shoutouts to do?
Shout out to pretty much the entire Red Race Discord. We have kind of a Discord devoted to racing this game. A lot of people use the same route I did today, and if you want to know more about this game, join the Gen 1 to 3 Pokemon speedrunning Discord and or the Red Race Discord. Racing is a very good way to improve your skill at the game. And that should be it.
Makes sense. Well, thank you so much, Primalpizza. You can find them at twitch.tv/primalpizza4, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, thank you for running with us. So stay put, everyone. We are going to move on with Resident Evil 2, the remake, but randomizer with Cheese Reaver. And there's, you might still have a couple minutes of setup if you want to